Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Finally One podcast.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Natasha. So glad to have you back today.
Listen, so today we're going to talk about something. We got a couple of people asked about this, but one person asked about it in my coaching group, my group for entrepreneurs, my coaching group for entrepreneurs, and then somebody else emailed us about it. So the topic for today is friends of the opposite sex. So should should a person have friends of the opposite sex? Should a married person have friends of the opposite sex, right? And the person that asked it in my group talked about how, they had this situation where, they had this working relationship with this guy who was married. The wife said she didn't like it. It was never anything inappropriate. It had everything to do with, business, even their communication, their text messages, their everything was all business. And the wife had a problem with their relationship and wanted to be added to their group and their messages, which it wasn't a problem. But it was uncomfortable for the young lady because she was made to feel like she did something wrong where she didn't.
Right.
Right? I'm gonna ask you the question. Should a married person of the opposite sex should a married person have a friend of the opposite sex?
I believe if you are truly, and you know your husband, well, I'm speaking as a woman.
Yep.
You truly know your husband's heart, your husband's mannerisms, his likings. That I think that it could be possible. I don't think you would let me have a best friend, male.
You don't think? Wait, let's pause. Let's talk about the first part first, then we'll go to that. Why are you so comfortable with me having a female?
We've actually been through this before.
Why are you so comfortable with it?
Because I know your heart now. Like, I know, and God's got you. If something happens, like, that's it. Like,
you leaving me? You done?
God will have to.
Where you gonna go?
Really?
You gonna be alone?
Yeah, like
because
if
you ain't gonna be able to be with nobody.
Why you say that?
Because I'm a stalker. But I ain't messing up, so we ain't gotta worry about it. But what makes you so comfortable now in this marriage? You were a little bit uncomfortable in the first marriage, but you didn't communicate it. I didn't find out till after that she wasn't okay with it. Let me explain what I mean. Like, I have a female best friend. Shout out to CF and ATL. While I was building my business, I was a part of this mastermind group, including that CF was a part of, right? Where we didn't have any money. When I say we didn't have any money, I barely had money. Sometimes I would have to sell a product to get the gas to even go. Like, we didn't have any money. So which meant I didn't have money for a hotel. So I would sleep on CF's floor on an air mattress, right? And sometimes that air mattress would have a hole in it, and I would be crazy gluing it, taping it, and so I would start up, it would be blown up, but by the time I woke up, I was on the floor. So I slept on her floor. She's a single woman, I was a married man, but it's always been strictly platonic. It has never crossed any lines of flirting or any lines of anything. So I was okay with it, and she didn't say anything about her feeling uncomfortable about it. I know why she was uncomfortable. It was because I never made her safe or secure in the marriage. So anything, she would be uncomfortable with, if that makes sense. So it's like, if a person is not being filled, right? They're going to be looking automatically at opportunities for something to happen. Does it make sense? It's like where your cup wasn't filled and you wasn't secure, you wasn't comfortable with me being around any woman who could be potentially filling my cup.
Right, I wasn't comfortable, and too, even if I brought it to you in a way, like,
Yep.
you would turn it down. I don't care what you think, like, we don't have this, I need to be here at this, and I'm going to stay there. And I didn't know CF. I'm like,
Y'all never
you're
met in
staying
person,
with
yeah.
another woman, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, come on, who in their right mind? But yeah. Like, I couldn't even say anything, but I was not comfortable with it. And I don't think now, like, if you had to be there, like, I still wouldn't, like...
Well, that's different now. The reason why now?
No, I'm just saying,
because
it's
we
for
don't have
somebody
to.
out there, too.
No, because now, you're talking about in the security that you have in the marriage right now.
I
If
mean,
we didn't have the resources, you would still feel some type of way about me sleeping on her floor?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Not with, like...
So now we have resources. It wouldn't even make sense for
Right,
me.
okay,
That's why. You get what I'm saying?
that's
It's
what I'm
like
trying to
I can
say.
get a hotel room, right?
Yes.
And remember,
Yes.
that's when I stopped, because I was like, wait a minute. Because I still had, man, this is another episode, but I still had poverty residue, right? Where I still didn't want to spend no money. And I remember I had, we had overcame that. My business had started making money. I had money in the bank. I had more than enough to get a hotel. And I slept on her floor. And then one day I was like, why am I doing this? I have money for a hotel. And since then, I haven't done that. But yeah, it wouldn't make sense now because I have the resources to do so. You get what I'm saying? So no, it wouldn't make sense. Your spidey senses should go up if I have the money. I've been getting a hotel when I go there, or I stay with my big bro. Only reason it wasn't convenient to stay with big bro, when I tell you about gas, he lived, 45 minutes outside of the city. He lived in Villa Rica. So that's the only reason why I couldn't stay with him. But yeah, so now if I don't stay with big bro, I get a hotel because I have the resources to do so.
Didn't you have a scenario of what happened with a lady that had a guy as a best friend that was waiting, like he never said or never did anything, but
oh yeah,
like when he got to that, okay,
that's guys. That's guys. Period. Like, okay, that goes to your second thing. Would I be okay with her having a male best friend? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And she not having no. And I don't even care if he gay.
Oh, wow.
And I ain't got nothing against, that.
Yeah, I get that right.
If you're that, you know what I'm saying? Don't send me no hate comments. That's between you.
You're gonna get it.
I don't care, but that's between you and your father, right? Your father in heaven. If he okay with it, that's between you and him. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
I'm just making a point that because I am a male and I know how males think, right? Not all, but the majority, right? I'm gonna say 98%. If they are friends with a woman and nothing has ever taken place, if that woman was to call them and say, hey, I don't know what it is, I've been thinking about it, I want to come over tonight and, I want to hook up, 98% of those males would be okay with it. When was the last time you looked at your spouse and felt a deep desire and a deep passion and a connection with them? If you can't remember, listen, we got something special for you. It's going down Wednesday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. We're having a class. What's the name of the class, sweetheart?
The class is called Reignite the Passion in Your Marriage and Increase Your Physical Intimacy.
Come get the tools to bring more passion, affection, and connection in your marriage. Listen, we've been there. There was a period of time where she wanted nothing to do with me. She couldn't stand me. She couldn't stand to look at me. She did not desire me physically. She did not desire me emotionally. We had zero connection. And to be where we are now is nothing but the grace of God and the tools and the steps that we use to get here. So we want you to take this class. Now, who is this class for? Couples who know they've been struggling with their connection emotionally and physically. Husbands, listen, This is your time to speak out. Part of what happens when that connection is lost, one or the other partner is not communicating effectively.
Right.
Y'all not having the hard conversation. What's going on in the bedroom? Why aren't you attached to that person like glue? Why don't you desire them? But you know, deep down, you know the connection is not where it needs to be. We challenge you to register for this class. Once again, it's going down April 23rd, 7 p.m. Okay, we got the general admission, $47. We got the VIP, it's $97. The VIP gets the recording and you get a digital workbook to support you after the class.
Yeah, so come out, be a part of it. We hope that we can give you some tips to help you with that, because I know sometimes as a woman it's hard to show your man that in intimacy and everything. So we'll try to help and maneuver through that and help you out with that. So April 23rd, 7 p.m. Wednesday night, come and be a part of our class.
Yep, let's get that connection back. Let's get y'all back on one accord. Let's get y'all back connecting, because remember, the enemy wants to keep you separated.
Right.
God created intimacy, physical intimacy, so that the person can become one. That's why he designed it for marriage, okay? When something has been glued together, if you pull it apart, there's parts of it still stuck on the other side. We want you to remain like this, all right? Sign up for the class. Go ahead and register now. If you're on the page, just click the link. Go ahead and register now. And secretly have been praying for the thing. Like, if you watch TikTok, or there's been TikToks on this, where a girl would swear, he would never, no, we're just friends. And it was like, no, I don't care what you say. If you offer that man some, he's going to take it, right? And I don't know that I've been in that position now. Maybe when I was younger, maybe like before we even met, so maybe in high school or something like that. Yeah, I would befriend a girl just waiting for my opportunity to try something. And we'll play the long game. We'll be your friend for years. But if you ever try to, now this is BC, this is before Christ, right? If you ever tried it, guess what? You would be a friend who's gonna get it. So no, ain't no man gonna be best friends with my wife. And when my friend CF, when she gets married, if her husband's like, yo, I'm not comfortable with that relationship the way it is, I'm okay with that. But I think, I'll say this, it should be a collective, right? Mm-hmm. So the difference between me, you, and CF's relationship now is I feel like she's your friend too now. You cut up, she called, I put it on speaker. Next thing I know, I'm out of the conversation. They going back and forth, right? And so it's welcome. It ain't none of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? CF has been, come down, the whole nine, right? Came to my daughter's wedding. They met. I took her to CF's 50th birthday dinner. Yep. All of the things. So I think you have to be careful with that. But no, ain't no man gonna be close to my woman. So, and that's just me. And we at a point. Go ahead. What you gonna say? I was
gonna say that's a woman too. Like, I ain't trying to have a girl being all best with my husband, but I mean, CF is different. Like,
yeah, it's cool. Now I have other female friends. I'm talking about best friends. Like,
yeah, me
and CF actually talk. We text.
Right.
There's no limit on none of that. So yeah, and dang, it was something I was getting ready to ask you about that. You said you're not trying to be all buddy, or have a woman be all buddy. Dang, what was it? But no, I'll just say it as, I'll put a bow on that by saying I think that it should be a collective. But go ahead, read the question. Now this is the second question. I know what I was gonna say. Me and you made a pact when we came back together. If one of us don't like something,
yes,
we ain't gotta defend it.
Right.
All she gotta do is say she don't like it, and it's nipped in the bud. All I gotta do is say I don't like it, and it's nipped in the bud. And that goes for anybody or anything. We don't have to defend how we feel about something, right? Yep. Call me henpecked, call her pick me. It doesn't matter. no, if my wife don't like it, if she don't agree with it, I'm not going to jeopardize this, what we have, for nothing or no one.
Right, and that's what we said. This is us. Like,
Us
I'm not telling you what to do, like,
Nope.
in your marriage, like, you do you.
Yep.
But this is us.
It's us against
So,
the world, even
right.
against the kids. It's God, us, then the kids. When
Right.
the kids can't separate us, we're finally on one accord with that. That was a struggle. Like, it's us, then the kids. It ain't no, separate. You can't separate us. We're together. And if I'm leading something or I say this is what we're gonna do, she follows, and that's the way it should be. All right, read the question.
All right, again, this is anonymous. We're not going to say names.
Yeah.
My husband has a few female friends he's really close with. I trust him, but sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable with how often they text or hang out. He says they're just friends, and I don't want to be the jealous wife, but I can't shake this feeling. How do you navigate friendships with the opposite sex in marriage? Am I overthinking this, or is this a valid concern?
I think she's valid.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you have that feeling
Yeah.
and you can't shake it,
Yeah.
there you go. That's it.
Yeah. You valid. Some may right.
Right.
If you listen to me, I said this on another podcast, maybe not our podcast. When I wasn't right, my goal was to get a woman to second guess her God-given intuition.
I was going to say, that woman has that womanly intuition. So you know.
Our job as men when we not right is to get you to question that. But I'm gonna say 98%, 99%, y'all intuition be spot on. It be right, and we want to jumble you up. We want to get in your head. We want you to think that you're crazy. We want you to think all of the things except for listening to that. But I think she's valid.
Right.
I think there's a conversation that needs to be had. I think there's some boundaries that need to be put in place. And you're valid. What else did she say? Read it one more time.
That's what I was just
she
looking at.
valid.
How do you navigate friendships with the opposite sex in marriage? Am I overthinking this, or is this a valid concern?
Yeah, how you navigate that is some boundaries need to be in place. Your husband needs to respect how you feel, and he needs to do the things that make you comfortable in the marriage.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you have that feeling that you can't shake. That's it right there.
Yeah, if you got that feeling, something ain't right. Even if he ain't doing something right with them, that means he ain't doing something that he should be doing for you. Like, even if he's not fooling around with them, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. There's a reason why you don't feel secure in the marriage, right?
Yeah.
So, being a jealous wife, I'm thinking this out. I've never even said this. It's something I've been processing. Being a jealous wife or a jealous husband, I don't feel like anything is wrong with that. Let's walk down with it. God says he's a jealous God.
He is.
He calls himself that, meaning he doesn't want anything put before him. There's not anything that should be put before your husband or your wife.
That's good.
Did I bring that home?
You did.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, huh? What Marvin said, say lock the door. I need 40,000.
You start there.
I need 40,000 for this work. We gotta pay for this podcast. We gotta pay for these lights. 40,000.
Stop.
Drop the cash app. I'm gonna put the cash app below.
Stop.
No, but that's a word right there.
That is.
So don't worry about what somebody labeling you. Who cares? If you jealous, you should care about another woman being before you. If you're a husband, you should care about another man being before you. And your spouse should do whatever they have to do to make you feel secure in that marriage. Now, that's not saying you don't have any work to do. Also examining yourself.
Yeah. It's good.
Have you done your healing? Have you done your work? Have you worked on your peace? Have you done your personal development? Have you done all of the work on you? Have you been still and ask God to reveal to you, is it you? What's up, everybody? I'm Kelly.
And I'm Natasha.
Listen, we are now accepting dates for marriage and relationship workshops, trainings, and panels. What are some of the topics, baby?
Yeah, topics including but not limited to are restoring trust after infidelity, communication, restoring the intimacy, becoming one, how to win in your finances, before you say I do, and are they the one?
Listen, this is perfect for churches. This is perfect for conferences.
Yeah.
This is perfect for marriage and couples ministries. We would love to come visit you and be a part of your next event or your special event. All you need to do to get locked in with us, see if a date is available, send us an email at admin@kellyandnatasha.com or just go to the website kellyandnatasha.com. We would love to be a part of your next event.
Yeah.
Is there something going on in me?
Right.
Right? Like we talked about in the last episode. Have you just paused and been still and heard from God and asked God to reveal it to you? Because I'm telling you what, He will reveal it to you.
He will.
He will reveal it to you. Read it one more time. I want to make sure we covered everything. And I'm going to pause you throughout. Read the whole thing.
My husband has a few female friends.
Pause. A few? A few? That's more than one.
That is.
Red flag. Continue.
He's really close with.
Red flag.
I trust him, but sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable with how often they text or hang out.
Wait.
They
Man.
hanging out? Like
yeah,
that?
I think, but man, how often they text and hang out.
And I'm right here. If she's uncomfortable, then it needs to stop. Like,
I agree.
She's uncomfortable.
I agree, but let's walk through it. I'm wondering how much of their texting and how much are they hanging out. Are they getting more of his time and attention than you? That could be a problem. Is he texting them on his lunch break and talking to them and not talking to you? You know, it's so many different things. Does he prefer, like, is he not planning date night, but he's planning to hang out with them? Like, man, all right, come on. We gotta get to the wrapping this one up.
He says they're just friends, and I don't want to be the jealous wife.
Be jealous.
Amen. But I can't shake this feeling.
You can't shake it.
How do you navigate friendships with the opposite sex in marriage?
Yep.
Am I overthinking this, or is this a valid concern?
So how you navigate it is y'all gotta have a talk.
Communication.
Y'all gotta talk. Maybe need to even go to therapy. It may need to be a third party, and he may need to hear it from somebody else that, hey, this ain't cool. If your wife is feeling this way, it ain't cool. And it has nothing to do with control. It has nothing to do. Don't listen to them voices. Don't listen to outer people. What goes on in your marriage is between you and your spouse.
Yep.
If one of the other says they don't like something, we personally believe, because we agree,
Right.
they shouldn't have to defend that between each other or anybody else. Got nothing to do with control. Call me controlling, call me what, but I'm going to protect my garden. This is my garden. I'm going to protect it. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to protect it. And you can say whatever you want to say. I think Nelly said it on another podcast. No, you knock on my door, I'm going to the door. I'm not sending my wife. I'm going to protect everything up in here. You get what I'm saying? Now, I don't care what people say. You can say controlling. You can say whatever. You can say, call her pick me, a hen pet. Listen, y'all need to communicate, and he needs to respect how you feel about it. You know, every relationship should be secondary to your marriage. I don't care how long you've been in it. I don't care how long y'all been friends. Every relationship should be secondary to your marriage. Should nobody be able to get between you and your spouse. Period. Now, she knows, CF is probably my closest female friend. She knows I have other friends who are female who we have working relationships with. And it's open. I tell her about it. Hey, I'm meeting with this person about this. I'm meeting with this person about this. This is what she'll ask me about. How did the meeting go with this? What did y'all talk? Well, I tell her it's open. It is not none of that, right? So there's no limit on professional relationships. But I think, like she said, he got a few. I think if all hours of the time and chicks texting and calling me and doing all of this stuff, she gonna have a like, yo, now what's going on? And she would be valid. So bringing it back, no, you're not overthinking this. You can't shake this feeling. There's a reason why you can't shake it, honey.
Yeah.
Clock it.
Wow.
No, how the young folks say now? Clock it. Clock it. She clocking it.
Tune in next week to our Finally One
Don't be cutting me
podcast.
off. Any announcements, right? But I think we answered that. That's good. I think we have. So announcements coming up. Don't forget the class, April 23rd, right? I'm going to read it because I don't want to mess it up. And baby, you get your final words because I think you need to give them some final words. Class, April 23rd, Wednesday, April 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern. Reignite the passion in your marriage and increase your physical intimacy. We're doing a live virtual training. You can watch this, you and your spouse, from the comfort of your home. We're doing it on a Wednesday, 7 p.m. Get the tools to bring more passion, affection, and connection into your marriage. Register now at kellyandnatasha.com. Any other announcements or anything? Thank you for everybody who purchased my baby's book. If you haven't purchased it, make sure you go. It's available on our website, kellyandnatasha.com, and it's also on Amazon.
Thanks for all of my gifts too for my birthday.
You funny.
Anyway, final words. Just know that we love you. God loves you. If no one's told you today, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you for your support, your time. I thank you for just tuning in and watching, but I need you to go like and share, please. Thanks.
Like, share, comment.
Comment, yes,
Subscribe.
comment, and subscribe.
Now, you see, we're getting a lot more questions coming in. We will read your question, right? We'll keep it anonymous. So if you want to email it, it's admin@kellynatasha.com. You can also just put it in the comments. That'll be great. You can DM us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the above. All right? Yeah, I think that's it, baby.
That's it.
It's time to get something to eat.
Let's go.
Chinese?
No.
Sir.
God bless. We love you.
Peace. See y'all next week.
Hey guys, just wanted to come to you thanking you for checking out the Finally One podcast.
Listen, this is what we need you to do. We need to grow our following. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing these episodes. You don't know what couple that they may help. So subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You don't know who you're going to help. And make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yes, guys. Share. Help us.
Yep. And you don't know who you're going to help. So it's not about us. It's about helping couples, right?
Share. Yeah.
So share, like, subscribe. Help us get our following up.